And
All
let's
right.
Get him a little hype too, man. You good, bro?
I'm fine.
My man.
Okay, that sounds a little bit better. Okay, so you may continue there, sir.
All right, well, I'll just start over with, okay? Here we go. Let me get this out of the way. This is the bane of my existence because I lost and the Bears won. But anyway, here we go. What's good, sports critic staff? I hope all is well. You didn't experience any ill will or had to watch the Republican debate or was forced to watch Joe Flacco and the Raven try to get a first down. Now, jurors, Drew, the tag team of Internet Sports Radio, SP, the electronic puppet master, and oh well, let's get past this really quick. This is sort of like popping a hemorrhoid. Shout out to the Chicago Bears for giving the Wankers a bloody good show in London. Now maybe, just maybe, they can play across the pond all the time and they can always beat a jet-lagged team. Oh, behave. Yeah, baby. Oh well. I know you guys are waiting to hear why the Lion King, a.k.a. Ndamukong Suh, and the loss against the Dirty Birds. Some say karma, some say bad run defense. Who knows? But I do have the antidote, and that's 2 words. Are you guys ready for this one?
I'm ready for this one.
Okay, here's the 2 words. Tim Tebow. We are in Denver next weekend, and I guarantee you win. I really do. Now, this week, it was easy to have a lot of good, bad, and ugly, so let's go ahead and get into it. Now, the good, Blaine Gabbert, Breeze and the Saints, and the Hail Mary that the Michigan State Spartans pulled to upset the dream. Who was that? Wasn't that the Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on. Now, the bad. Let's get to the bad guy. Curtis Painter's haircut. Tommy La Russa's calls last night, and the so-called NBA All-Star pickup games. I am so tired and ready for these unemployed guys to get back on the court. Now, the ugly, that's Monday Night Football, naturally the NBA lockout, and the Braxton sisters without makeup. Here we go. Drums, please! I had to go back on this one, guys. I had to go back on Russ College rec party style.
Yeah.
Here we go. As always, it is Tuesday, time for the articulate information, the imaginative expose, the vital recital, the macho manifesto, known as the Lefty Report. Now, this is where we talk big balls and bad calls in my attempt to ease your sports withdrawal, where bravado and beats are blended beautifully, creating my boastful banter. Football, baseball, soccer, we call in talk as such, NASCAR, football, and even college, because frankly, I don't give a fuck. Now, I am the first thought on Blog Talk, the Crimson and Cream on Ustream. The handsome dude on YouTube, swag so huge, can't fit in the hefty. I'm always right, so they call me Lefty. Now, this week, I am talking about the following topics. End of the road, respect my conglomerate, Elvis is on the field, and me and my thoughts. Let's get into it. First quarter, end of the road. Now, I know you're always still supposed to believe in yourself, and as you can hear the old BDP beat, I'm still number one. You know, KRS-One had to go way back for that one.
No doubt.
But you guys also should know, you should know when to sit your ass down. Ask Michael Jordan how that baseball thing went. And I say all that to say this. Our boy, T.O., Terrell Owens, is ready to return to football. Now, Drew, the veteran wide receiver, he's currently a free agent, has been rehabilitating his knee, and that required surgery. And Owens' agent, Drew Rosenhaus, said that he'll be contacting teams immediately to let them know that Owens is healthy. Now, according to Drew, he said they're open to any team at this time, and there have been several teams showing interest thus far, but we won't identify them at the time. Come on, man. Drew, you're lying. Not one damn team attended the workout. From what I hear, Drew, it was Drew Rosenhaus, it was T.O., and it was an old man walking around asking for change, talking about, hey, got a new album in the mail today. Anyway, the 37-year-old Owens played 14 games in Cincinnati last year, making 72 receptions and 9 touchdowns. Now, those are impressive thoughts. Owen also played impressive stats, Owen played for San Francisco, Philadelphia, and Buffalo. None of those teams were in attendance. Now, on the shorthand list of where he could immediately go in and have an impact, Jones, I heard about Tennessee. Those are your Titans, Drew. Houston with Andre Johnson out. Jacksonville, and Miami. But guess what, guys? None of those guys attended. Now, this is where Flavor Flav would come in and say, yeah, boy, don't believe the hype. Well, T.O., hey, maybe you could play the alligator on the Broadway version of Princess and the Frog. I mean, you got to do something with them big-ass teeth. In the words of Emerald the Chef, stick a fork in him. He's blunt. Let's move on. Second quarter. It's the second quarter, and this is Respect My Conglomerate. Now, the NBA lockout, guys, this is getting ugly. Now, the lockout didn't end. It was, it had a better chance of Linus finally seeing the great pumpkin on Charlie Brown's favorite Halloween cast than the actual lockout being ended. Now, Deputy Commissioner Adam Silver was ready to deal with the players as long as they came down to 50%. Now, the players won't start missing checks until next month, and they have almost $200 million to return to them in escrow to help them, ease the pain of the lockout. Now, it makes sense for the owners to wait and see what the players will do when their bank accounts start dwindling. Now, the players have to hold on to hope that a favorable ruling for them in November from the National Labor Relations Board, which would ultimately impose an injunction and lift the lockout, at least temporarily. Now, that's a long shot, but that's the only hope, that's the leverage they have. Now, Adam Silverman said they made it clear if our position was that we were unwilling to move beyond 50%, they weren't talking. And now, that's what Adam Silverman said. Now, according to Derek Fisher, a.k.a. my frat brother Van Jones, because they both look alike, he said, I want to make it clear to you guys that you were lied to earlier. Fisher told a room full of sleep-deprived reporters, me included, it's simple. We spent the last few days making the efforts to find resolutions to win so we can go ahead and revitalize communities so we can get these guys back on the courts and the vendors back to work. But that's not what the NBA and the league was interested in at this point. I'm telling you, everything that you've been told is a one-side story. Now, guys, to me, that sounds like the teacher on Charlie Brown. Wah, 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 wah. The sad thing is, at this point, really, none of us cares. And ultimately, it seems like the players are being selfish, in my opinion. Now, I was riding with them at first, but a 50-50 split seems fair. But I blame the mediator. They should have hired this guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration? I didn't mean to do that. Please, continue. You were saying something about best intentions? What's the matter? Oh, you were finished. Oh, well, allow me to retort.
Samuel Jackson never misses.
Anyway, guys, let's move on. This is the halftime. This is halftime. This is the 8 o'clock hour, and if you're just tuning in, this is the Sports Critic where sports and society collide. This is the segment of the show called the Lefty Report. I am Lefty, the roving reporter running the show, giving you sports with a twist from the 434 studio. And here we go with my man, Stan Crapper. The streets are watching, and I'm reporting. This is Stan Crapper, your neighborhood apostle, giving you the ghetto gospel. First, Snooki from Jersey Shore. Now, this. Now, we all know that Matt Burke and Ryan Fitzpatrick went to Harvard, but now we can add Brandon Marshall to this elite group. That's right, I said crazy ass of Brandon Marshall. Well, at least for one night. Now, the wild and sometimes psychotic receiver spoke at Emerson Hall Monday night on the Harvard campus to talk about his borderline personality disorder. This program was called The Mental Illness Isn't a Game Stopper. Well, if you look at Miami's offense, I'd say it was. Now, according to the South Florida Sentinel, Marshall wanted to explain how the diagnosis came to pass in the offseason and why he decided to make his condition public, and how disorder has impacted his life, the loved ones, and the ones that he's cared about throughout the years. Well, Brandon, newsflash, we knew you were crazy 10 years ago. In the words of CeeLo Green, maybe I'm crazy, possibly. I'm Stan Crapper. Back to you, Lefty. Thanks, Stan. Every day you get a little more urban, man. I worry about you. Here we go. Third quarter. Elvis is on the field. Now, guys, I know you wonder why did I pick Elvis? Think about it. Just hold on. maybe this is a Are You My Daddy, but doesn't Tim Tebow got a little Elvis thing going on?
I totally agree.
Anyway, here we go. Now he'll just continue to get better. That's what his coach Fox said. Now Tebow overcame lots of ragged moments by throwing 2 touchdown passes in the final 2 minutes and 44 seconds of regulation to help the Broncos beat the winless Dolphins in overtime at 18-15. Now he said, I like the last 15 minutes better than the first 55. Said Tebow. Tebow started in place of the bench Kyle Orton. And also the Broncos offense sputtered throughout the game. Tebow had 7 sacks, and he struggled to find the receivers and identify blitzes. And this is why Mufasa, a.k.a. Ndamukong Suh and the Lions, will go ahead and tap that ass next week. But anyway, the final frantic minutes of the fourth quarter, Tebow led the TD drive of 86 and 56 yards. And he was sandwiched between an onside kick where he scored a 2-point conversion, standing up with 17 seconds left. And as I said before, Denver was able to go ahead and beat the winless Dolphins 18-15. Last up, fourth quarter. And this is me and my thoughts.
Uh-oh.
Now, Drew, Jers, been a hellified week, you know. Lost my Uncle Dan, have to head to Michigan on Thursday to chill with the family.
Sorry to hear that.
Oh, yeah, but it happens, man. Hey, you live to die. That's what Uncle Dan said. He said, to hell with cancer, I'm going to drink my cognac and sleep with my wife and my 2 girlfriends until it's time for me to go home. But I digress. But here are my thoughts. Hot sauce. Why do people put it in the refrigerator? It's just cold hot sauce. It's still going to be hot. Mustard greens. Why they call it mustard greens? Shouldn't they be yellow if they're considered mustard greens? Stevie Wonder, when he dreams, what does he see? Herman Cain, the Republican player Herman Cain, doesn't he remind you of the angry substitute teacher that you had in science? Sit your ass down. Ndamukong Suh, you my boy, but you could pass for Shrek on Broadway. All we got to do is paint you green. D-Wade lip gloss. I digress. And Curtis Painter. Now, doesn't he look like the dude off the Is That a Hammer commercial? And lastly, but never least, Ron Washington. You know, the manager of the Texas Rangers. Doesn't he look like Woodrow the Wino on Good Time?
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway, I have a very imaginative, man, I don't know. Maybe I need help. Anyway, here we go. We're going to move this on, and we're going to move on to DJ Easy Dick. Go ahead, Silent Partner. Drop that one. Now, this is DJ Easy Dick in the Skeet Hour. Now, I'm going to go ahead and dedicate this one to the NBA Players Association. This is the 1971 hit, William DeVaughn, Be Thankful for What You Got. Guys, go ahead and get it together, because you cannot balance a baby mama, 3 girlfriends, a mistress, and other gangster proclivities on when you're falling on the budget. This is DJ Easy Dick in for my man Lefty, and as always, a skeet, baby, and I'm gone.
That is the Lefty Report. Took a different direction, but it's left. That's definitely true. Brought to you by The Yard Show down there in the Hickory Ridge Mall in Memphis. I was actually there just last weekend. I got a keychain that's pretty nice. So if you want to do so yourself, if you're a part of a fraternity or you got some insignia or just some different things that you need done, go see my girl in the Hickory Ridge Mall, my girl Vern. That's how she'll take care of you.